Thank you very much, Program Director. Hakishe Tlhompho go Chancellor Dr. Thabo Mbeki. Ki dumedishe Chairperson ya Council, Tate Mabua. Let me also recognize in our midst Dr. Blade Nzimande, Minister of Higher Education, Science and Technology, together with Deputy Minister Puti Manamela. Ki se tlhompho go Vice Chancellor wa rona wa University, mme wa rona o re mo ratang kaofela. It's good to be led by a woman. So, re a o dumedisha, Professor Lenkabula. Ke dumedishe Minister Kubai le di Minister kaofela tse di leng gona in this gathering, the royal families who are with us today. Now, there are many dignitaries who have to be recognized today, but I think those who spoke before me have done exactly that. In the past, I used to, when there are many dignitaries, I would say, all protocol observed. And then my advisors don't like that. So whenever I try to do that, but no, you can't say that. You can't say that. So I've stopped. I've stopped doing that. They want me to recognize people properly, all of them. So because of time, I'm just going to say, Ki a le dumedisha ka moka. Halala, Unisa, halala. Halala, Unisa, halala. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. We consider it a great honor to be able to participate in the celebration of this extraordinary achievement of Unisa reaching the milestone of 150 years. On this day in 1873, the University of South Africa was established, marking the beginning of a journey that led all of us here today. It is no coincidence that 82 years later, on the same day, the Freedom Charter was adopted at the Congress of the People in Kliptown, Soweto. The Freedom Charter instructs us to ensure the free exchange of ideas, the encouragement of cultural expression, and free, compulsory, universal, and equal education for all children. Unisa adhered to this instruction, and over time it has transformed into an institution of higher education that is committed to quality and universal education accessible to all Africans. As we commemorate the 150 years of Unisa, the largest and oldest institution in sub-Saharan Africa, we should reflect on how Unisa has contributed in shaping Africa's intellectual future by asking difficult questions about Unisa's future contribution to a better Africa and a better world. Ladies and gentlemen, in our view, Unisa is an example of accessible education. By offering distance learning programs, you have touched many people who would not otherwise be able to visit your campuses across the continent. This includes establishing centers in other nations, such as, for example, Ethiopia, which hosts the African Union's headquarters. Currently, Unisa has one of the highest enrollment rates of any African country, offering free education to improve life chances of underprivileged children. Since the year 2000, there's been a 35% increase in the number of adults who have completed their tertiary education, while enrollment in higher education institutions has more than doubled. This has also made possible by the educational funding scheme, such as NEFSAS, which we have set up as government to help South African students to further their education at public TVET colleges and universities. Priority. In this regard, the education sector received the largest percentage of government spending. As we speak, education receives 5% of GDP, which is 21% of non-interest allocation being set aside for basic and higher education, respectively. But I know that Dr. Blake Zimande wants more. And he should get more. But Dr. Nzimande will agree that we should also give more to basic education as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are happy that Unisa has also played a significant role to broaden access to education since its founding in 1873. We are also pleased that this institution has been able to adjust to changes consistent with the current generation, also known as the digital natives. It is a cause for celebration that your institution has been a pioneer and a driving force behind the transformation of education in our country. We strongly recommend that you maintain your pioneering position in encouraging other organizations to embrace and rapidly adapt the use of technology as you did during the COVID-19 pandemic period. Ladies and gentlemen, your commitment to remaining flexible in the face of societal shifts is evinced in the breadth and depth of your institution's degrees, diplomas, and certificate programs. Today, we commend the university for having 6 academic colleges and over 350,000 students, make it one of the world's most diverse universities. One of UNISA's greatest assets is its dedication to making education accessible to students from diverse backgrounds across the African continent. One of the things I like to say about UNISA is that UNISA will find you wherever you are. And the reason I say that because UNISA found me in prison. But I did, Chancellor Mbeki, I did a very bad thing. When I came out of prison, I stopped studying with Unisa and went to study with the University of London. So the VC is not happy with me. She was nagging me there, says, you must come and finish your degree here. You see, President Mandela studied here and many others. So I'll see if President Ramaphosa will give me some additional time. Reduce the schedule of work a bit so I can continue my studies with Unisa. The VC is going to be very happy with that. Program Director, by leveraging technology and innovative teaching methods, the university has overcome geographical barriers and expanded access to higher education for individuals who might not have had it otherwise due to socioeconomic circumstances. The inclusiveness has been instrumental in cultivating a diverse population of leaders, ensuring that African voices and perspectives are presented in influential and decision-making positions all over the world. In essence, Unisa has been instrumental in transforming education by advocating for change, innovation, and equity, and using technology to transform the way we learn. As we continue to shape and reclaim Africa's intellectual futures, as a government, we will continue to partner with you so that we can contribute immensely to an improved education system towards the National Development Plan 2030. And thus, the Sustainable Development Goals, more so of equitable and equal education in the fight against poverty and women's emancipation. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no doubt that this institution has always been committed to excellence in education, in research, and we continue to aspire for this as we move into the future and establish new objectives for the next 150 years. As we set new goals, we must work together to resolve existential challenges such as the following: continued lack of access to quality education, that's still a big challenge in our country. Inequality in education. There's also a big problem, Minister Nzimande, of high dropout rates. So we need to deal with that. Poor literacy and numeracy skills, and of course, lack of funding for higher education, which Dr. Blaine Nzimande is fighting hard to overcome. And you have my support, Dr. Nzimande. Ladies and gentlemen, as we look ahead to the next 150 years, we will continue to invest in the resolution of the aforementioned problems, as well as in the improvement of the delivery of quality education in order to construct education cities, generate much-needed economic skills, and guarantee our nation's global competitiveness. To create a prosperous nation that can compete globally, we must first invest in the development of our human capital by providing opportunities for our youth to acquire marketable skills. In this regard, we expect universities and colleges to develop programs focusing on practical skills that can be immediately used in the economy. Moreover, in order for teachers to effectively educate the students of today who will work in the near future with systems that are operated and continually expanding as a result of the fourth industrial revolution, they must be taught how to use the most advanced teaching software. In this regard, we applaud the institution's College of Education, SEDU, which boasts the highest teacher registration and qualification with more than 100,000 registered undergraduate students. We are comforted by the fact that some of SEDU's educational initiatives to empower teachers include a focus on their qualification improvement through aligned academic and professional programs and engagement with districts of the Department of Education to enable teachers to further their education. We also encourage teachers to be part of various engaged scholarship projects and register for short learning programs to advance their skills. As government, we are committed to improving the quality of education. We have further introduced a new curriculum that focuses on giving students practical and relevant skills that they need in this 21st century. As an esteemed institution of higher education, Unisa has continually prioritized African leadership and development in its mission and vision. We thank you, Unisa, for focusing on this. Throughout its 150 years of history, the university has been a key driver in developing the next generation of African leaders and stimulating socio-economic advancement on the continent. Recognizing Africa's unique challenges and abundant opportunities, Unisa has actively worked to equip individuals with information, with skills, and mindset necessary to lead and drive intellectualism. The university has played a critical role in establishing African leadership and development agendas through its unique curriculum, research project, and community participation. Ladies and gentlemen, the new curriculum emphasizes, amongst others, entrepreneurship and encourages critical thinking, innovative technologies, and creative problem-solving skills. These are all key skills required for South Africa to develop a highly skilled and dynamic workforce for its growing economy. While we acknowledge the strides that have been made towards transformation in education in South Africa, the task ahead is still considerable. We must continue to work towards closing the education gap and ensuring that every child has the same opportunity. The transformation of education is a vital part of our country's development. We must continue to work together to give every child the chance to fulfill their potential and become active and healthy citizens who will contribute to the growth of our nation. As we celebrate the 150th milestone, let us remember the thousands of students and staff who have contributed to making Unisa the great institution it is today. We honor you for that. Your commitment to diversity and inclusion has made education so accessible to people of all backgrounds, removing barriers, empowering individuals to pursue their goals. As I conclude, honorable program directors, let me say together you have shaped the identity, values, and mission of this university. This could not have been done by one person or small group of persons, but a partnership in practice that we see today. We as government will continue to be part of the life of this university, give the necessary support through our minister in the Department of Higher Education and Science and Technology, so that Unisa can see more greatness as we move towards the next 150 years. Ladies and gentlemen, let us also acknowledge the challenges that lie ahead and commit ourselves to building a more inclusive, just, and equitable society. Let me conclude by extending our congratulations to Unisa on its 150th anniversary and best wishes for the future. Thank you very much.
His Excellency, Deputy President of the